Hello everyone and welcome to yet another episode of the Showsha podcast. My name is Abhijeet Bhatt with me Shweta Rashmi और आज हम बात करने वाले हैं लूप लपेटा, लूट लपेटा, लूज लपेटा नहीं, it's लूप लपेटा starring तापसी पन्नू and ताहिर राज भसीन और so let's begin. और तो साथियों ऐसा है कि 1998 में एक जर्मन फिल्म आई थी कॉल्ड रन लोला रन विच वाज काइंड ऑफ एन एक्सपेरिमेंटल फिल्म जिसमें कि एक लड़की जो है वो अपने बॉयफ्रेंड को बचाने के लिए 3 अलग सिचुएशन से गुजरती है और तीनों बार उस सिचुएशंस के अलग अलग आउटकम होते हैं. सो आई मीन वन फाइन डे some Indian director woke up and be like, hey, we should totally remake that. Actually, not even remake it. Actually, pay a homage to it. And इसको बना दिया उन्होंने लूप लपेटा starring तापसी पन्नू and ताहिर राज भसीन.
दुनिया से मार खाने की हमें आदत हो गई थी, इसलिए हमने एक दूसरे को ही अपना पेन किलर बना लिया. उसके लिए इट वाज लव एट फर्स्ट फाइट. और मैं बहुत भाग चुकी थी, अब बस पांव टिकाना चाहती थी.
सेम कहानी है. ताहिर राज भसीन इज अ काइंड ऑफ अ कंपल्सिव गैम्बलर है वो, जिनको जो अपनी पसीनों की कमाई जो है वो कसिनो में जाके उड़ाते हैं और उनकी किस्मत कुछ खास अच्छी होती नहीं है. वो हर बार हार जाते हैं. एक दिन उनका एक जो बॉस होता है वो बोलता है कि ये लो मेरे 50 लाख रुपए, इसको तुम्हें कहीं पे किसी को दे के आने हैं. एंड ऑब्वियसली द ऑडियंस नोज कि हाउ दिस गोज. ताहिर राज भसीन के दिमाग में आती है एक बहुत ही वाहियात सी स्कीम. वो बोलते हैं कि मैं इससे गैम्बल कर लेता हूँ, मैं जीत तो मैं जाऊंगा ही ऑब्वियसली, जैसी मेरी किस्मत है, और फिर मैं वो जीत का पैसा मेरा और 50 लाख जो है वो इन प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट वो इनका.
तेरा काम बहुत सिंपल होगा. इस बैग को उस एड्रेस पर लेके जा और तुझे पेट्रोल मिलेगा. वो तुझे एक बैग देगा, उसमें होगा 50
क्या
लाख.
50 लाख
50 लाख
50 लाख
50 लाख
50 लाख
50 लाख. अबे 50 लाख.
तो तू बेटिंग करने गया and you lost all the money.
And obviously he does not win as expected. And उसके बाद तापसी कैसे 3 अलग अलग सिचुएशन से गुजरती है उनको बचाने के लिए. That's the crux of the story. So Shweta, ladies first, how was the first impression? What did you think of the film?
पूरा बोल करके कह रहे हो ladies first, but anyway.
True.
Yeah. Anyway, but first impression, buddy, is that when I saw the trailer, like how I always begin my first impressions, when I saw the trailer, मुझे genuinely समझ में नहीं आ रहा था कि क्या हो रहा है. ठीक है, and I did not know that it's Run Lola Run का remake तो नहीं, adaptation or whatever it is. So I had no information about that until I, read a little about it and all of that. My only concern or like my fear deeply in my heart was एक ऐसी ही फिल्म आई थी, not exactly like this but somewhat like this, which was called बार बार देखो, which had Katrina Kaif and Siddharth Malhotra in it. And मैंने पता नहीं क्यों वो फिल्म जाके थिएटर में देखी and it had chewed my brains off, like it was horrible. ठीक है, and I was just fearing कि यार, I hope that Taapsee is there and Tahir recently has been doing some very good work. तो I thought कि भाई ये नहीं होना चाहिए कि वैसी बेकार फिल्म ना निकले. So of course I'm not comparing it with Run Lola Run, but yes, क्योंकि we're talking about more of an Indian domain, so I was like, that was my concern. So when I saw the film, I was fearing कि वो चीज हो जाएगी, but genuinely I enjoyed it. I liked it because of a lot of aspects which we'll talk about when you ask me about what do I like about the film. So I think मुझे अच्छी लगी क्योंकि मेरी इतनी ज्यादा एक्सपेक्टेशन नहीं थी, ना ही मैंने इतना ज्यादा ट्रेलर को डायग्नोस करने की कोशिश की, डाइसेक्ट करने की कोशिश की भैया क्या हो रहा है क्या नहीं हो रहा है. I watched it with like just an open mind कि भाई what is happening, what is it all about. Initially yes, it took me a little while to connect with the film, but I think once I connected, a lot of things which actually worked for me. So yeah, I think I just did enjoy the film.
कैसे हो रहा है?
सर्कल ऑफ लाइफ.
Shit.
सत्या तो जिंदा है.
हाँ, अभी तक तो.
सत्या फिर से जिंदा है. And I have to save him this time.
Awesome. देखो, कुछ फिल्में होती हैं जो होती हैं अच्छी, कुछ होती है फिल्में जो होती हैं बेकार, कुछ फिल्में होती हैं जो होती हैं नीडलेस. मतलब ये फिल्म वो थी, इसकी जरूरत थी नहीं, इसको कोई जरूरत मुझे लगता नहीं ये थी बनाने की. आई मीन रन लोला रन जिन्होंने देखी है, it's a fantastic film, not just because of the experimental nature but also क्योंकि उसका साउंड ट्रैक बहुत एपिक है. तो वो पूरी फिल्म जो है वो साउंड ट्रैक के दम पे ही निकलती है. ये फिल्म जब आप देखते हैं तो आपको ऐसा लगेगा कि अनुराग कश्यप की एक फिल्म आई थी लूडो, तो आपको ऐसा लगेगा कि अनुराग कश्यप ने जो एडिटेड सीन्स निकाल दिए हैं उस सब का डायरेक्टर ने ऐसा मोन्टाज उठाया और उन सबको जोड़ जाड़ के एक नई फिल्म बना दी. बिकॉज दिस फिल्म रिमाइंड्स यू, एटलीस्ट इट रिमाइंडेड मी ऑफ द फिल्म एमिली. बहुत ही तगड़ा इसमें इस फिल्म में एक यूरोपियन सिनेमा का हैंगओवर मुझे दिखा, बी इट कलर्स के मामले में, बी इट कॉन्ट्रास्ट वगैरह के मामले में, बी इट सेटिंग्स के मामले में, द डायरेक्टर इज क्लियरली वेरी वेरी इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय यूरोपियन सिनेमा, फ्रेंच सिनेमा.
I'm dead, सभी. ये मुझे काट डालेगा सभी. If you know what I mean. Shit.
तो वो मुझे दिखा इसमें, और वो आई वोंट से कि वो अच्छा रिप्रेजेंटेशन लग रहा है. Another reason why I did not like this film was because see, अभी क्या है कि we are in an age जहाँ पे हमें पुष्पा हो गई या फिर KGF हो गई, हमें ऐसी फिल्में देखने को मिल रही है जो कि वाकई में पैन इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट कर रही है पूरे वर्ल्ड सिनेमा में. अब when the best of the cinema is coming from the southern states of India and northern and the western states are making this, so it's a disappointment, right? So मेरा वो भी था.
I think मतलब it's a mixed bag, right? I mean, I'm sure like South films also, not every other film out there is, you know, a blockbuster. I mean, we have only connected with South films very recently, like you and I, for example. So, I mean, maybe it's one of that. But again, I think the comparison, I am not making it with, I understand your comparison with Emily in terms of how it's shown and all of that. But to be putting it in an Indian setting, and I think still, I mean, it could have gone really wrong. And that is why I think it could have gone really wrong, and because it didn't, and it's still like in a very, मतलब भाई अगर ये उस level पे चला जाता, it would have been intolerable. But I think for me at least, I though did not see that happen at all.
See, I'll give you a very छोटा सा example, okay, of why I had a problem with this film taking inspirations. तो क्या होता है, if you watch any Quentin Tarantino का movie, so Quentin Tarantino never uses an established brand. Like अगर उसकी मूवी में कोई कैरेक्टर, किसी कैरेक्टर ने जूते पहने हैं, तो वो कभी नहीं होगा कि वो नाइकी के जूते पहन के दिखा रहा है या फिर you know वो एडिडास का लोगो दिखा रहा है. Quentin Tarantino, what he does is that he creates a brand specifically for the film.
Okay.
So like in Pulp Fiction, or many of his actually in other movies also, his characters smoke this cigarette called the Red Apple cigarette. अब Red Apple cigarette कोई brand है नहीं, वो बस Quentin Tarantino की movies में exist करता है. तो clearly the director took that inspiration, and इसमें तो उसमें क्या होता है, they just show it as a casual remark. Like two characters ऐसे खड़े होंगे, एक character बोलेगा यार I need a cigarette, do you have it? Yeah, I smoke Red Apple, and he'll take out a cigarette and he'll offer it, and that's pretty much it. The audience gets it. इस फिल्म में क्या होता है कि द डायरेक्टर टोटली वांटेड टू कॉपी दैट, सो व्हाट ही डज इज उसने पूरा ऐसे डब्बे में mongoose सिगरेट बनवा के ताहिर राज भसीन के हाथ से ऐसे क्लोज अप दिखाता है वो कि ओ मेरे पास है ना ये mongoose सिगरेट. एंड आई वाज लाइक डूड, I know that you're clearly inspired, but this is, you don't have to be so in the face to do it.
So I don't know how many people who are actually going to watch the film. I mean, I hope like most of them have seen Run Lola Run, or they also have this you know chance to actually watch, you know, this diverse range of cinema that you know that we have the access to. So I hope that's there, so you know that for them maybe then they can, you know, maybe take into consideration. But हम बहुत से लोगों ने हो सकता है कि उन लोगों ने क्वेंटिन टैरेंटिनो की फिल्म्स नहीं देखी, and then they're not aware of the entire Red Apple thing, or you know, these little small bits is what I'm trying to say. So maybe for them it's not a big deal, but yes, for you who's seen it and who's looking at it from a critical point of view, yeah, I mean, it does make sense of, you know, what you're saying.
But see, and also the fact that कि ऐसा नहीं कि ये फिल्म में it does not have any moments.
अब इस बार लाइफ और डेथ का सवाल है, आप हेल्प करोगे कि नहीं? I said Napusa, bro.
Sorry, sis.
कर्मा का नाम सुना?
Who's Karma?
Like श्रेया धनवंतरी का एक रोल है इसमें, who is a guest appearance है उनका, and there's a monologue around 1 hour के around आता है उनका एक monologue, which I found was amazing. Like she's talking, she's basically in a dilemma as to who to marry, और वो अपना एक बहुत लंबा monologue कहती है, which I found was amazing. Like she goes through such variety of emotions, and funny भी है कई जगह पे. Like you know, there's this one moment जहाँ पे ताहिर राज भसीन का character उनके हाथ से गन एक मोमेंट में स्लिप हो जाती है, and it falls in some like these two wannabe robbers के हाथ में.
मैं बंदूक निकालूंगा, मैं बोलूंगा hands up.
But हाँ ऐसा होता है, and then I found it hilarious.
Yeah.
तो हाँ talent है, but it's just that you can totally create something original with that talent. आपको 1998 की फिल्म में नहीं दिखाना चाहिए वो talent, original बनाना चाहिए. What do you think about it?
I think you're right, because maybe they have taken the idea from Run Lola Run, and they have taken a few inspirations from here and there, like you pointed out. But when they've brought it all together, I think I really liked it, and I think one of the few things that I really liked was the fact that the casting is so fresh, which I also spoke to them about in the interview. क्योंकि हमें ना हर वही रोल दिख रहे होते हैं, चाहे वो बाप का रोल हो, चाहे वो गुरु का रोल हो, या all of that, चाहे वो टैक्सी ड्राइवर का रोल हो. All of these people are so fresh, or even the cop, these people are all very new, and they've done like a fab job. I mean, these two twins, or like not twins, but like these two jewelry
brothers.
brothers. I think they were like my favorites. Okay, because like they were.
Yeah, they were really nice.
So
yeah,
that's
what
really nice. I think that is also one of the reasons why I like, because it was like fresh. क्योंकि I honestly, क्योंकि हमने इतना OTT पे और just things in general, films हो गए, shows हो गए, TV shows हो गए, we've seen so much of these characters who are being repeated, कि भाई ठीक है, फॉर्मूला मिल गया कि पंकज त्रिपाठी को हमें बाप का रोल देना, तो भैया वही चलता रहेगा लाइफ लॉन्ग. This is something fresh. So I think that is why I really liked it, and these are like really good actors as well. So yeah, I think that is one thing. Secondly, yes, it is funny, like you said, बीच में I think I did not see it coming, very honestly. Also, I was having a migraine before I started the film, but I had to watch it because I had to interview the stars. And when I watched it initially, like I said earlier, it took me a little time to connect. पर उसके बाद I was genuinely liking the film. मुझे अब कभी भी ऐसा लगा यार क्या है, मैं वरना I would have definitely shut it down. मुझे तो I had this interest to also understand how it's working and how in every situation, क्योंकि like you said, she goes through 3 situations, and हर situation में वो क्या ऐसा बदलती है जिससे कि वो उसकी जान बचा पाए.
चुप सत्या, जहाँ है वहाँ रुक, और जूडी स्टोर की तरफ जाने का सोचना भी मत, ओनर के पास गन है.
So just those nitty-gritties here and there. So I think I really liked it. And also one more thing is कि हमें इन लोगों के background के बारे में ज़्यादा information नहीं है, दोनों जो main characters हैं हमारे. So it's also very nicely done, where you're actually through these 3 scenarios, you're giving us a glimpse into what had actually happened. चाहे वो तापसी के father का पूरा scene है, what her relationship with her father is, or just the cop, or just Shreya's thing, which I absolutely love the monologue. कि Shreya का क्या concern है, उसका क्या dilemma है, what is her thing with Robert, the taxi driver, what is her thing with the other guy who's जो भी है, all of these things. So I think that also I really like, which like I said earlier, बहुत सी चीजें गलत जा सकती थी, which I think were held together, and I think I would really recommend this to people, because मेरे को तो बड़ा मजा आया genuinely. So yeah, it's new.
So I guess that's what cinema is. It's very subjective. I personally feel that it would have worked really well अगर एक किसी anthology का पार्ट होती, जैसे अगर जैसे कोई रे फिल्म आई थी इस तरह की स्टोरीज के ऊपर लास्ट ईयर, उसका अगर ये हिस्सा होती तो it would have worked very well. As a feature film, I don't think it landed personally for me, but क्योंकि हम बाकी रिव्यूअर्स की तरह आपको outrightly नहीं बोलेंगे कि आप इसको मत देखें या इसको जरूर देखें. Shweta loved it. I kind of didn't like it, and that's how cinema should be. ये subjective होता है भाई, आप भी देखें और आप भी decide करें for yourself कि आपको पसंद आई कि नहीं पसंद आई. So लूप लपेटा जो है वो Netflix पे स्ट्रीम हो रही है. तापसी पन्नू है, ताहिर राज भसीन है, एक्टर्स सारे कमाल के हैं. परफॉर्मेंस में आपको कोई 19-20 नहीं लगेगा. परफॉर्मेंसेस आर नाइस.
अभी सोच, कल सुबह तेरी लॉटरी लगने वाली है और तू आज ही ऑफ हो जाए,
थोड़ा सैड नहीं हो जाएगा?
So go watch it and do let us know in the comment section. Who do you agree with? Is it Shweta or is it me? Do let us know. Yeah, some Rahul is a cheater vibe going on.
But that is why you should watch Showsha podcast, because we're giving you our views and we're being very honest with it. What do we feel individually, without I mean, also taking into consideration that we respect each other's views and we understand what the other person is saying, but still at the end of the day we agree with what we're saying and we're sticking by it. So ho sakta hai some people might agree with you, like most of the people will agree with me, but yeah, we'll see.
Amazing. I see what you did there, but ठीक है. On that note हम लेते हैं आपसे विदा. Stay safe, take care, and we shall see you soon with yet another review. Till then, bye bye.